Hello everyone, on this episode I'm going to be talking about Clive Barker's Jericho. This game came out in 2007, that was a great gaming year. Basically the game was written by and kind of designed by Clive Barker, who's a famous horror writer and movie maker and stuff, so he's definitely got his own unique style and stuff, usually kind of just creepy, gross stuff, I guess. But yeah, he's a really, really good writer. I'm definitely a big fan of his movies and books. And so naturally I would be a big fan of this game. I didn't really know what to expect though. I just popped it in one morning. It was probably like, 8 o'clock in the morning. And about 10 hours later I beat the game. Yeah, I went through it in one day and just couldn't put the controller down. It was just a great experience. I really, really love this game. The gameplay is really cool. The story is really interesting. The characters are great. I really love these characters. The main character is a guy named Devin Ross, who leads the Jericho team of the basically U.S. government's Department of Occult Warfare. And basically everyone in the team has a special ability or knowledge or something. Like the team is made up of Devin Ross, who was a soldier during the Afghanistan war, and basically discovered his, I guess, superpowers or whatever. When I think he was in a convoy that hit an IED, and like his best friend was wounded, and he's dying in Devin's arms, and Devin's freaking out. And through that trauma and stress and everything, he realizes that he has the ability to heal his friend. So he heals his friend, and he's like, what the hell? So that's when the Department of Occult Warfare contacts Devin Ross and brings him into the secret organization. And the other teammates that you can actually switch between each team member for whatever you want to do. Basically, each team member is very unique, and they all have very interesting backstories and stuff. Let's see. You got Simone Cole, who I guess is like an autistic savant, who's like a wizard with mathematics and stuff. She doesn't have any superpowers, but she wears a suit that's like a full body computer basically, and she's able to, using like chaos theory and all kinds of crazy mathematical equations and theories and stuff, like whenever the team runs out of ammo, she can actually just punch it up on her computer, and basically your bullets time travel to the present. So basically they go from when they were unused in the past to now refilling your guns again. So that's pretty cool. Kind of crazy, but that would definitely be useful. So if you run out of bullets, you can just say, hey, Cole, need ammo. She just punches it up on her computer, and whoosh, the bullets are back in your gun like they were never used. So yeah, that was kind of the only way Jericho team was able to get through this game. Another character was Abby Black, who's a sniper, and you can basically switch to her and use a sniper rifle. And basically the way the Department of Occult Warfare discovered her was in the gun range. Her accuracy was ridiculous, like it was, solid bullseyes at like 1,000 yards each and every time. So they were like, alright, what the hell is going on here? And they were able to find out through investigating that she was using telekinesis to actually move her bullets into the bullseye. So, yeah, that was kind of crazy. So they brought her in. So you can actually, when you shoot her sniper rifle, you can actually send the bullet flying anywhere you want. Like if you see like 3 bad guys, you can shoot the bullet, send it through one guy. Then if the other guy's hiding behind a column or whatever, just control the bullet around the column, hit the guy in the back or whatever. So that's a lot of fun. Yeah, she's a cool character. She also has a grenade launcher on her sniper rifle, so yeah, she really rocks some balls. Now, most of these characters have had a pretty traumatic childhood and stuff. Like another character is Billy Church. She, I think, is from Tennessee, so she's kind of a redneck a little bit, but she grew up in a cult of snake handlers and stuff, and so she was like molested by her father, who was like the head priest or whatever, and also she was taught like blood magic and stuff, so she's like a ninja slash blood witch, I guess. So she uses like a wakizashi and stuff and her blood magic and stuff, so she's really useful. Another character is Xavier Jones, who's a really good friend with Devin Ross. He doesn't have any special powers, but he's kind of a bookworm, so he kind of knows the occult and history and stuff, so he's pretty useful. Frank Delgado is a big-ass dude who kind of had a criminal past and stuff, but he basically one day made a deal with a fire demon, and the fire demon's kind of like a parasite, so if you agree to let it live inside you, then you can use his power and stuff. So Delgado's got the fire demon living on his right arm, I believe. So you can actually like unleash the fire demon to burn your enemies and stuff. And Frank Delgado's a big ass dude, so he's got like a minigun on his right hand also, and like a fucking Desert Eagle in his left hand. So yeah, he's definitely a big old boy. And last but not least, Paul Rawlings, who's a priest. So he kind of has to deal with the demons and stuff, like power of Christ compels you kind of stuff. He's a pretty cool guy. So yeah, it's a really awesome group of characters. Each one's unique. Each one's interesting. I mean, it's a really good group of characters. The gameplay is awesome, being able to switch in between each character. The story, like I said, is very interesting. Basically, the story is starts off with God created a being before Adam and Eve, but the problem is God didn't really know what he was doing, so he created a very, very powerful being called the Firstborn, and unfortunately he did not give the being a soul, and God was pretty disturbed by what he had created, so he kind of just abandoned the Firstborn and then went on to make mankind, giving mankind a soul and giving mankind two sexes, feelings, love, and all that stuff. So the Firstborn was kind of thrown on the scrap heap, but the Firstborn was too powerful for even God to, kill and keep from breaking out. So every time there's a great amount of evil in the world, the Firstborn tries to take over the world. So basically all throughout time it's fallen on a group of powerful people to go in and stop the Firstborn, but each time the Firstborn is stopped, he takes a chunk of the world with him. So Team Jericho is sent in to the Al-Khali Rub desert, and that's the same desert, oddly enough, you get to go to in Uncharted 3, so that's kind of cool. And we got to go in there and stop the Firstborn. So basically you get to go through all the different time periods that the Firstborn has been stopped in. Like the first era, you go back to World War II when the Nazis were trying to dig up the Firstborn. So you actually get to meet up with a team of British commandos and stuff who all have special powers too. So that's pretty cool. And then you go all the way back to the Crusades, where a big battle, took place outside of Al-Khali. So you get to run into Templars and stuff who have been trapped in this world for 800 years now. Oh, and that's the thing. Once you're in there, you can't die. But if you die, you become part of the evil forces that you have to fight. So, yeah, definitely don't die inside the Firstborn's realm or whatever you want to call it. And then from there, you go back to the Roman times, so that's really cool. And then the game basically ends with you going all the way back to the Sumerian times, so that's really cool. So each place you go to gets weirder and darker and more alien, and just, really, really creepy environments. And the enemies change to correspond to basically you having to fight the guys who died, in each time period, so that's pretty interesting. It's just a really great game. Weird-ass soundtrack. The voice acting is good. I guess some of the things I didn't like was it's got one of the weirdest endings of all time. Definitely kind of a downer, but I've always wanted them to do a sequel to this because I really do love these characters and stuff. And the end boss fight is kind of annoying too, but yeah, I just really wish they were able to do a sequel. I know Clive Barker would love to do a sequel, but I Again, unfortunately, I just don't think this game sold enough copies to make it financially doable. But well, I mean, considering how I bought this game in 2010 for like $6 from Amazon, so I don't think this game sold too well. But man, that was definitely one of the best buys I ever had on Amazon. Man, I love this game, and for $6, holy shit! So if there's any way you can play this game, I don't know, on the PC or see if you can find it on the 360, definitely get your hands on it, because it's, as far as horror games go and action games and first-person shooters go, this is an absolutely awesome game, so check it out.